guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building something that's actually been requested quite a lot. I wouldn't say specifically as a tiny house, but underwater houses. I build a lot of underground houses. These are sort of like them. They're just surrounded by a pool instead. So instead of ground. But it's been requested quite a lot if I could build one, so I decided to jump into it yesterday. It's been on my to-do list for the longest time as well. I think ever since I saw Leo Freezer Bunny made one. That's a while ago by now, but his, at least from the thumbnail, because I haven't actually watched a speed build since 2018 or something. But from the thumbnail, the build looked absolutely beautiful, and since I saw that thumbnail, I've been wanting to build something like it. So that is what we're doing today, and I really hope you guys like it. It's a little bit like, because I went into this not really having a plan of what I wanted the house to look like, what I wanted the shape to look like, or the landscaping or anything. I just kind of started, and that's why it was a little bit messy here at the start, as you may have noticed, but I think it worked out fine in the end. Of course, since it's a tiny house, we're limited because I have to stick to the tile count. So this house is actually 64 tiles total, and that's not including the pool. The pool is definitely bigger than the house itself, but luckily the pool doesn't count towards tiles when you build it like this. So unless you build it on a platform or on a foundation, it doesn't actually count as tiles. So we stuck to 64 tiles total, and the house is pretty freaking small, but somehow there is a fully functional kitchen, there is a TV, there's also, I put a keyboard in there because I figured it would be kind of fun if they played music under the water or something. I don't really know what that was about. I was a little bit tired when I built this, but anyways. And they also have a proper dining area, so there is a total of 2 chairs. So you can have 2 Sims sleeping in this house or living in this house if you want to. There is also a double bed, and both sides should be fully functional unless there's something messing up in your game. It was fully functional in my game at least. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. We're building a tiny underwater house, and this is built in Newcrest, by the way, because that's where I usually build my underground houses, and I feel like they actually fit into the area. However, once I started working on the pool, it kind of hit me that it doesn't really fit Newcrest that well, but I also don't really know where else to put this build. Like, in which world would you put an underwater house like this? I'm not really sure. Let me know if you got any ideas. I want to say that I don't think it's particularly tropical, but it's definitely not Newcrest vibey either, so I don't know. Let me know what you think though. It's built on a 30 by 20, and like I said before, it has room for a total of 2 Sims. However, you could also have a single Sim living here if you want to. And there is a bathroom, which is 3 tiles total. It's very small, but it's fully functional. I did play test it. I'm using the open shower from Discover University in there, but you could use just about any 1-tile shower that you want. It's kind of out of habit by now that I use that one because it's so perfect for tiny houses. But like I said, you could use any sort of shower with a proper shower stall as well if you want to. So you are completely welcome to redecorate the entire house if you please. I'm okay with that, like I'm completely fine with that. But this is basically just how I've decorated it. So yeah, let me know as well if you want to see a family house version of this, because I'm kind of a little bit intrigued. I'm a little bit interested in doing that, I think. Also because it would let me, because I stuck to, like, I made this a tiny house, so I had to follow the tile count, but if I do a family house, it would give me a little bit more freedom also, so I could place, maybe they could have some kind of backyard or something, maybe we could figure something out, and yeah, just make it a little bit bigger and stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun, so let me know what you think about that. Also, for the interior, I kind of, because I've been doing a lot of modern interiors lately, so I didn't want to go for full-on modern for this one. It has a mix of, I want to say, contemporary, modern, and also a little bit of like, I put some bohemian paintings here and there. I kept it very brown, as you can see with the flooring as well. It's very natural. So it's a little, like, there's a mix of different styles in here. But of course, because it's a tiny house, I'm using a lot of the stuff from Tiny Living just because it fits in a lot better, like the bookcase here on the left side. So yeah, but other than that, we're sticking to basically, like, color wise, it's very white and brown, which is a color combination that I like. I like the contrast between the two, especially when the brown is very warm. It goes very well with white, in my opinion, at least. So yeah. Also, let me know if you have any ideas for what kind of career the Sim or the Sims living in this house could work in. Did that make sense? What kind of jobs they have? Because honestly, I don't really know. I kind of played with the idea of one of them being a musician, but then I'm like, why would a musician live underwater? And then it hit me that it would be kind of cool if they lived underwater because that means that they could just play as much, like as loudly as they want to, because water tends to kind of, how do you say that? Lower volume? I don't like dampen volume. I don't really know how to say that, but hopefully you get my point. It makes noise quieter. Yeah, very well formulated right there anyways, but hopefully you get my point. So that was an idea I had, but other than that, I don't really know. So let me know if you kind of get like a certain career vibe off of this house. I'd be very interested in hearing you guys out. Also, did I just say dampen the music? Does that make any sense in any language whatsoever? I don't really know what that was about. Dampen the music? What? So I'm a little bit like everything is going in slow motion today because I haven't slept well for a while, which is not due to anything in particular. It's just my body doesn't sleep well ever. Maybe relatable to some of you guys. I don't really know. I am definitely nocturnal and I really want to just be able to sleep more than 7 hours, but I can't. So everything's been kind of going in slow motion because I'm almost at that point where I get tired at 10 and I just tell myself, okay, now you go to bed and you just sleep. I'm almost at that point, but I'm not there fully yet, so I'm a little bit slow. Plus, I've had a headache all day and I'm just trying to ignore it. I don't like to take painkillers, so that's also contributing to my slow motion thing today, but we're working through it. I'm still planning on recording something for tomorrow, and it's probably going to be an apartment. I have an idea of what I want to do, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a while too. So if there's a video up tomorrow, it'll be that, and if not, then it'll be up on Monday instead. But I'm gonna do my best to have it done for tomorrow, which is also pizza day because it's Sunday. It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna have my pizza and it's gonna be so, so good and delicious, and I'm looking forward to it. I actually posted a picture of it on, or not posted, but I posted it on my story on Instagram last Sunday, and it's not, again, like I don't want to sit here and bash comments or replies that I get because I feel like that's just unnecessary negativity, especially these days, but I got one comment that was kind of funny, but also like, huh? Because I like pizzas with salad on them, like lettuce, sorry, not salad, that's the word for it in Danish, but lettuce on them. And like it has dressing on it as well, it has some kind of meat as well, and it's a very good pizza. It's very common here in Denmark to eat it as well. I don't know, they put the salad on, or the lettuce, not salad. They put the lettuce on fresh, so it's not baked in the oven. It's put on afterwards along with the dressing. But it's really good. It's very fresh, and yeah, I've been eating that pizza for quite a long time by now. But I posted a picture of it on my Instagram, and someone in my message request was like, you know that putting lettuce on your pizza does not make it healthy? And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I'm not stupid. Like, lettuce doesn't make something healthy if it's already unhealthy. I'm aware of that, but I honestly don't care. I just want to have my pizza. My unhealthy pizza, but delicious pizza. Just let me have my pizza without trying to diss me. But yeah, that was a little bit funny. I just thought I would just share it with you guys. Some of you guys may follow me on Instagram and saw it last week as well because I did reply to it publicly just because I thought it was so funny. Of course, I hit their name, like I always do with those sorts of things, but I just thought it was really funny. So, anyways, I was just reminded because I was thinking about the pizza tomorrow and I'm looking forward to it. I said that 4 times already, I think. It's okay. I think we're actually done with the interior by now. We moved on to the exterior. I was trying to, because I went through the interior so quickly that I just felt like it wasn't a proper video, so I wanted to do something extra with the exterior. So of course I started putting a lot of plants and rocks as well around the pond here, or around the lake. I don't really know what you call this sized water gathering, whatever. English is going so great today. Let's just ignore that or make fun of it. That's also fine. I do that all the time, so it's okay. Anyways, but I just wanted to go a little bit crazy with the landscaping, considering the interior was very simple, quickly over with. I just wanted to spend a little bit more time here outside, just, just adding to the landscaping. So I started placing a lot of plants around the pond along with the rocks, and then I actually started putting rocks, and I found corals, I think they're called, from Island Living, and I found them in the World Objects catalog. If you want access to that cheat or that catalog, so all the objects that you don't have in the game, that you don't have access to, we actually got a cheat to be able to get access to those items a while ago by now. But if you're still not sure on how to unlock them, you can use the cheats that I always write in the description down below. So it's the one that's called something with world objects, and you get access to it the same way you would with the debug catalog. Just, be careful. If you have a slow computer, it'll take a very long time for the items to load because there is quite a lot. I think if you had all the packs at the time, you got an extra 1,000 items actually, and that includes cars, it includes fencing, and the hanging plant pots. Yeah, the hanging plant pots that I often use, those are in the World Objects catalog as well. Like I said before, the corals that I end up putting in the pond here, which is kind of weird. Why would there be corals in a pond? But don't overthink it. So, but those are from the World Objects catalog as well. I think the rocks that I started using at some point, the little black ones, are actually supposed to be volcanic rocks or something. I don't really know the name of them, but I think they're in that area of Solani. I could be wrong though. It's been a while since I've actually explored that world. It's beautiful, but I just don't play the game much, so I haven't really seen it for a while. But I think they're supposed to be volcanic rocks or something. However, I thought it would be nice with some extra decor down here in the pond as well. So I put some grass that is also from Island Living, and we just go a little bit crazy with the corals later on. You'll see. It's not like overly done or overly decorated, but I still wanted there to be some sort of like something interesting to look at if you're inside the house. I know that you're probably not going to be on the same height level as the Sims when you're playing the game. You mostly look at them from above. But in case you're taking pictures or something, or you just like the idea of your Sims having something pretty to look at, now they have the corals out here and the grass and the rocks, and there's just a little bit more landscaping down here at the bottom of the pond, instead of there just being dirt, because that's the wallpaper and the flooring I used. It's just dirt. It's not very interesting. So now when you look out the window from the bedroom area, for example, you can see corals and the little stars that I forgot what's called, but that's fine, and also grass and rocks and some other stuff as well. So it's just to make it a little bit more interesting down here and add some more details and stuff. I don't think I've ever decorated the bottom of a pool like this before, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, please let me know if you want to see more underwater houses. I'll definitely be up for making more of them, along with underground houses, because I really thoroughly enjoy making those. I don't know, I think I said it a couple of times in my last one, but it's just a lot of fun because the houses are so different, and I don't need to find like inspiration to get started or anything. I just jump into it and I start making a shape in the bottom, like in the ground, like as a basement basically, and then you just build from there. It's a lot of fun. It's a very different building process, and it's always fun to try new things. So yeah, definitely let me know. Also, just ignore these rocks. It's so confusing when it's sped up because it takes up the entire screen and suddenly it's small. but I was looking to see if I could find some other rocks to use instead of these ones. However, the coral rocks that we got with Island Living are a little bit too big for this sized pond, so I decided to just skip those this time around. Maybe I'll use them for a future build or something, but anyways, yeah, I think we're actually almost about done. I'm just placing some grass here and there to add extra details, and that is about it. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And please let me know if you got any suggestions for anything you want to see here on the channel. Let me know if you want to see more underwater houses or underground houses. I'm definitely up for making them. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Oh, will kill me as long as I got you. I was running from myself those days, always breathless, search for something safe. And then I smashed into that golden face. And for the first time, I don't run away. We danced together till we got it right. Ups and downs through many